See, Arnab, something, as a matter of fact, there are a lot of things that you have done knowingly or unknowingly, which is going to be helping the judicial system to deliver justice. Let me tell you something that there is, there are different chapters in the Indian Evidence Act, also in the Indian Penal Code, which talks about presumption of fact. Even when the evidence is destroyed, presumption of fact is something that will be taken, which will be looked into and will be taken into account by the judges. And that presumption of fact is something that you have done, Arnab. Knowingly
Yes.
or unknowingly, you have collected so much of evidence to nail the accused and the entire family members, including the judicial system, including the law enforcement agencies, the police system, everything that they have done, the acts of negligence, the acts of willful negligence, rather, not only negligence, the acts of omissions, the acts of commissions on the part of the police officers, including the Juvenile Justice Board, which made the accused write a 300-line or 300-word essay.
But we can only take it up to a point, you see, Rizwan.
No, I'll tell you what.
At some point, in this relay race for the truth, others should also step forward.
No,
because if we push any more, then people like you will say it's a trial by the media.
No. See, I'll tell you what. If you remember, I had only made a statement, on the last interview, and I said that the media was going a little, on the, not required side because the grandfather was dragged. But now, looking at the way the entire matter is progressing, the doctors, acts of commissions and omissions, what they have done, they have destroyed evidence. So the Indian Evidence Act also takes into account the acts where the evidence has been destroyed.
Sir,
either
sir, tell me one thing. Yes. Rizwan, do you know any case in recent memory where the medical system, police system, judicial system, corporate system have all worked together? My reporters are being beaten up. I am being attacked. The police commissioner is contemptuous in his response to my journalists. All right, it's par for the course for us. But Rizwan, why am I requesting the intervention of nothing less than the Supreme Court and maybe the intervention, if we are lucky, of the Honorable Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, is because if there is intervention in this case, an example will be set forever.
No, I'll just come to this part. The Constitution gives the same power to the Constitutional Court of the state, that is the High Court of Bombay, will have the same power.
Okay, then let the High Court intervene?
Yes, the High Court Chief Justice should intervene, because suo motu they should intervene, because this is within their jurisdiction and they are the highest constitutional courts of the state, having the same power of the Supreme Court at the first level. And as a matter of fact, it is their direct territorial jurisdiction. The Supreme Court would rather not interfere in a case where there is already a High Court which is watching the entire
thing. But I am not, right now, when we are watching this, we would like that to happen, Sohail, but we are not seeing any signal from the High Court either.
Rizwan, I think what Arnab has said, and this is what we need to worry about. Why should things come to such a pass in our country where there is media probity, where there is social media, where there are witnesses? Why should it come to a pass where people who are entitled believe that they can be brazen enough? This is about arrogant brazenness. It is about showing the middle finger to the system and saying, I have the money, I have the connections, and I will do what the hell I want, and let me see what you can do. This is the Mera Baap Kaun Hai Jante Uska Naam syndrome. A. B. Is it Arnab Goswami's job to run a media courtroom? No. His job is to highlight the laxity of the system, which he has done repeatedly since the accident happened.
Yes.
You tell me, what is the response been of the system? You're right, and I've said this on Arnab's program. The Bombay High Court is one of our finest high courts. Have they taken suo motu action yet? No. Fadnavis went there because it made for good optics, and perhaps he genuinely meant it. I give him all the benefit of doubt. Good. What has happened thereafter? Every day we are seeing yet another example of the system kowtowing to big money, of the system being compromised and the system being manipulated. If we don't raise our voices now, if the Chief Justice of India doesn't step in now, every other guy who gets into such a similar situation will
my point is
manipulate and compromise the system.
that is precisely my point.